Bích Hạnh xin kính chào quý vị. Quý vị đang theo dõi chuyên mục Cuộc sống thông minh trên kênh FBNC với chuỗi chủ đề về tư vấn sức khỏe. Chăm sóc sức khỏe cho da và làm đẹp cho da là điều mà hầu hết chúng ta đều quan tâm. Có những vấn đề về da thường xuyên gây cho chúng ta những lo lắng bất tiện bởi chúng không chỉ liên quan đến vấn đề sức khỏe mà còn liên quan đến ngoại hình của chúng ta. Trong chuyên mục kỳ này, chúng ta hãy cùng trò chuyện với bác sĩ Ruben Martinez đến từ khoa da liễu của Family Medical Practice để cùng trao đổi về một số vấn đề liên quan đến da. Chào bác sĩ, thực sự rất là vui khi mà có cơ hội gặp bác sĩ ở đây. Cảm ơn bác sĩ đã nhận lời tham gia chương trình.
Dạ, cảm ơn em. Tôi rất vui gặp em.
So it's safe to say that everyone wants to have a fair and good skin and healthy skin, but in order to have that, I think I assume that the first thing we should know is to be aware of our skin condition, right? So what are the most common skin conditions in Vietnam?
Okay. The truth is that after 10 years working in Vietnam as a skin doctor, I have seen all kinds of conditions, and I would say that the conditions in Vietnam are very similar to the conditions in the rest of the world. The more prevalent conditions are going to be pimples, spots, itchy, and at the end, if we put a name, it's going to be acne, rosacea, eczema, and also there are many diseases that they are related with the climate. Okay, in general, in every country, summertime, it's time for itch and bites. So in Vietnam, you see a lot of itch and bites. Okay, all kind of bites. In particular, in Vietnam, we have a fire beetle that burns the skin of many people that they don't know, because they just touch the beetle and they put on the skin, and then after the next morning they feel the skin is burning. It's very easy to mistake with herpes, with shingles, because it's called also blister beetle, and it produces some blisters, and then people think this is like a zoster. Yeah.
So obviously, skin problems often cause us a lot of concern and worries and even stress. There are some conditions that seem to never go away, like acne or eczema. So what to do in those cases when one has such symptoms?
Okay, I have the feeling that many people, they believe that skin is like easy coming, easy going. And when they come to see you, they want a solution that is forever. Well, there's very few things in this life that they are forever, okay? Also, most of the things, they don't disappear. Eczema is a condition that is for life. Acne, it's believed to be a condition that is only for teenagers, but that's not true. And especially in this weather, in the tropical weather, I see that Vietnamese or non-Vietnamese citizens, that they come to this weather after being away, they flare acne again. And this is because of the nature of the disease that is related with the oil, and the oil is related with the climate and the stress and other factors. So the more important is the awareness. Okay, you have to be aware, and you have to understand the nature or the history of the disease, and doctors, we have to explain. I think one of our main strengths in our company is that we take time to explain to the patients the nature of the disease, and they can understand and become self-carer. They can take care of themselves because they understand better how the disease is, and we also help them to manage the expectations. I see especially young parents of very small children that they come with eczema and they are very anxious, especially first children parents, because they want to finish that, no? And I see the kids suffering, but you need to take more time. I mean, most of my time is giving explanations. Diagnosis in dermatology is straightforward, very often. This is this. And then it's like, oh, that was easy. No, the easy is maybe to make a diagnosis, but later you have to explain and tell the parents how the things work, or to the patients how to take care of themselves.
You say a lot about explanation, but like there are some patients who actually are reluctant when it comes to speaking to a doctor who are a foreigner. So what would you say? Do you speak Vietnamese or have a translator or something?
Em có nói tiếng Việt một ít, nhưng mà anh bây giờ anh đang học tiếng Việt, nhưng mà không có nói được, nói chút chút. But in our clinic, we have translators that can help every citizen to feel comfortable. We have translators for Japanese language, for Korean language, even for Russia, and of course, also because it's mandatory, for Vietnamese. And we try to make everybody to feel comfortable, and we take time, if it has to be extra time, to give explanations to make the people understand their own disease. That's, for us, is paramount. Okay, we always finish our consultations asking the patient if they understand enough, because I have the experience that many Vietnamese, they go to a doctor, and when they go out of the office, they don't take the medicines because they don't trust.
Right.
That is a failure. It's a failure of the doctor that didn't generate trust and didn't generate enough good communication. Communication is paramount.
Right, that's very important for sure. So skin is not only about health, but also about your appearance as well. That's why it causes a lot of concern. So one of the biggest concern for people when it comes to taking care of your skin is about skin cancer, actually, right? So what are the signs and symptoms of skin cancer?
Okay, well, the skin probably is one of the biggest, if not the biggest organ in the body. And as any other organ in the body, it's let's say, it's put in the odds, in the hazards of having a cancer. A cancer, it's something that it happens because of the causality and the exposure of your genes to stimulus that they are in the nature. The main nature stimulus that has to face the skin is the light. We are exposed to the light, to the wind, to the water, right? And skin is a perfect design barrier, okay? But to do this, because it's always in exposure, it needs reparation process. This reparation process, they clear all the cells that they are suspected to become cancerous. But depending on the amount of challenge, these, let's say, surveillance mechanisms can fail, and then cancer can start. The more important for the population will be to increase awareness, to check up your skin and see that anything that doesn't heal, anything that changes, that gets more volume, that is growing fast, that itches, bleeds, please come and check. Don't make the mistake of thinking, oh, this is a wart, or this is a wound. I have seen thick melanomas in a leg of an experienced man that was just taking the idea that it was a wound that didn't heal. That will be my first and main advice. And especially anyone that has family history of cancer, pay more attention. And if you have personal history of cancer, pay more attention. The main cancers we can find in the skin are three. We call basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma, and melanoma. From the first to the last, is less bad to more bad. Why is more bad? Because the cancer can travel far from the skin to other organs, and that's very difficult to cure. Okay? Still, if you cannot cure, at least you can try to control and you can help and care. Okay? That will be a little bit what I want to say. The more important, awareness, awareness, awareness. Check your skin. Okay, check your skin and everything you feel in the face, especially in more sun-exposed areas. How to prevent? How can you try to avoid having cancer? Okay, cover your skin. I think the Vietnamese, they do fantastic when they go in the motorbikes full of clothes. Maybe some people don't understand that, but they are protecting their skin. Maybe for other purpose. Maybe because they think skin will not get old so fast, or it will not get tan and they don't like to be tan. Fantastic. That's the best protection for the skin cancer. Okay, so yeah.
So how can we reduce the risk of having skin cancer?
I mean, no, mostly to avoid the skin cancer, as I say, I think the main factor is the light, the sunlight, and also with the kids when they go to the pools. It's very good that they put this kind of swimming dress, that they are long sleeves. to cover, because adult age cancer, it has a lot to be with the amount of sun and sunburns that you have got when you were a child. Okay, Vietnamese are blessed by more colored skin, which is more protective, but there is also a considerable amount of residents and workers in Vietnam that they are not Vietnamese origin, that it might be more from China, from Russia, from Western countries, that they should really pay attention on to that. No?
Right. What are the main types of treatments for skin cancer?
The main treatment for skin cancer, and it's the best treatment for any cancer, it's surgery. So every cancer you can remove from the body at early stage, it might be the end of it. Okay? But there are other options. Of course, there are other options. There are low-grade cancers that they can be destroyed by other means. Okay? Sometimes we use cryotherapy, which is a spray of a very cold gas, okay, liquid nitrogen, or you can apply chemicals that that they burn, like salicylic acids, or we can apply immune enhancers that they will call the immune system to do their job. We use these products also for warts. Okay, in certain way, as I say before, the appearance of a cancer is a failure of the surveillance immune system. Okay. So sometimes we need to recall the immune system to do their duty, to do their job. Huh? So that's different ways of managing cancer. But the best and the first line is always early diagnosis and early surgery removal.
That's a lot of useful information you've shared. So is there anything else that you would like to share?
Mostly I want to say that don't feel shy to come to see us. Don't see us as foreigners. We are here to help. And we are very happy to live in Vietnam, and we've been almost 25 years in Vietnam helping all kind of people. We are not doctors for foreigners, we are doctors for all Vietnamese, all citizens in this country. And I'm very happy to put all my knowledge. I want to show something. This is called a dermatoscope. It's a specific little tool that helps to check the skin in a very fast way, okay? And I can precise and distinguish a bad spot from a cancer, from a melanoma, with only some seconds of seeing. Okay?
That's very good to know. Yeah. So thank you a lot for your sharing today, and thank you again for being here with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thưa quý vị, chúng ta vừa cùng gặp gỡ và trò chuyện với bác sĩ Ruben Martinez đến từ khoa da liễu của Family Medical Practice để cùng trao đổi một số vấn đề liên quan đến chăm sóc sức khỏe cho da. Cảm ơn quý vị đã quan tâm theo dõi. Hẹn gặp lại quý vị trong các chuyên mục kỳ sau.